Hello everybody, this is Chris Champagne, aka InfernoOwl, with another episode of the Timewasterz Beta Beaters. We are here today. I swear to God, we can't have...
Where's the Beta Beaters?
The Beta Beaters, we beat betas.
Dude, what did you say? Is that what beaters is? It was like the beta beater.
I swear to God, hello everybody, once again. I am joined by the always insufferable Captain Black, aka KingPrice for life. You know him, you hate him as much as I do. Trae D. Price, say what's up to the people.
What's up, people?
This motherfucker.
See how I compose myself like
this
instantly? It's just like
motherfucker. Today,
snap.
everybody home. Today that we are talking about the SMITE MOBA beta for PS4. You probably already know about SMITE because it is not a new game. What we are going to be talking about is how it feels on the PS4, how the game plays, how the controller, like how it works with the controller, and how we felt about it, because we've played other MOBAs, but I don't know about you, I haven't played SMITE before this. You haven't played SMITE before this, right?
Dude, my only MOBA experience is Dota.
Yes.
That was only for a very short time.
You did not enjoy it. It was that was like a day and a half that you played that game.
It was repeatedly like getting stabbed and being told that getting stabbed is fun.
Yeah.
So
getting stabbed is fun. You just weren't getting stabbed right. That's what it was.
And the thing is, there actually is a game where you get stabbed. The little thing with your hands out and you put the knife in between your fingers.
Oh,
like that's a thing. That's a thing.
So you know there's a name for that game and I have no idea what it is? There's like an actual name. Like that's not just someone was like, you know what? I bet you I won't stab myself. Like that's a game. That is an actual. It was in an Assassin's Creed game. But we'll discuss that once we get a knife. Right now we are talking about SMITE. SMITE is a third person, which is new for the genre. It's a third person MOBA developed by hi-rez Studios. It uses the Unreal Engine 3, so it is a generation back engine-wise, so that will let you know a bit more about it and how old it is and how long it's been out. But it is finally making its way to PlayStation 4. It got to Xbox One in August of last year, and everybody took to it like hotcakes, so they figured let's put it on the PS4 as well. How did you like how it played, Trae?
Well, as far as MOBAs go, I like that. I like it how it felt controller-wise. It was a little bit of a learning curve if you don't pay attention to the tutorial, because you don't know what to put in the slots, and that was kind of a drawback for me, because it makes you purchase something before you go out, and I didn't really know where to put those things that I purchased, so they were just kind of sitting there in, I guess, my inventory or whatever, and I'm not really able to use them. It feels very intuitive with the whole, I guess they're active time things that you use, the passive, the skills, your abilities and whatnot. Your abilities that you have, and they're like auto set from the beginning to your triangle, square, circle, X button, so it's right there, and as soon as you level up enough to use it, boom, you can use it. I do like that. Your characters move very slow, which I guess is normal for MOBAs, but for me it's just like, oh, I just need to get there, and it's like there's no way to speed you up, and that's kind of a drawback to me, because if I want to go fast, I'm gonna go fast. Yeah,
I agree. I think it's just because it's in third person, but my main issue with the movement wasn't so there's one character that we did not have fun times with, whose name is Neef, and I don't like the way that she moves. Like, her run seems ridiculous to me, but even while I was playing as her at one point, what I wanted to do was sprint, because I'm in third person. Like, I'm in that first person like shooter, or I guess more an Uncharted sort of thing, like a third person shooter mindset, where if I click L3, because again on PS4 it uses the controller, if I click L3 I'll move faster, and so I was doing that a ton, and that's, it's not a thing. Like, I kept thinking that I could get away, and you can't. Like, your character's speed is set in stone, and so that was a weird feeling for me, but I feel like that's more of a culture shock sort of thing, I guess. Like, coming from one game into this, I felt like it needed it, but I guess maybe it doesn't, like
it kind of makes it very tactical, to where, like what you were talking about, is that, when you're engaging in combat with another player and your health gets down to so low, you have to know when to back off so that you can try to get away, and hopefully you have enough creeps around you that you can keep the the enemy player distracted and whatnot in the whole ruckus. But that's something that you get, with like time playing this thing, like that's something I've only realized lately.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing about it's still a MOBA, And even though it seems like a much more easy to approach MOBA, it's still a MOBA. Like, you aren't going to be even good at the beginning. Like, you got to put time in if you want to learn all this stuff. And I feel like that's even more said in the console version of this, because one of the things that I personally didn't like about it was how little they explained to you per each character. So normally if you pick a new character in Dota, like, because it's on PC, or I bet even if you pick them in SMITE, but when you play on PC, if you mouse over your abilities, like to click them to use them, it'll have like a little dialogue that pops up that explains what it does. And you can even see those before you go into a match, etc., etc. In this, the interface is set up where the abilities are mapped to the face buttons, so in this case X, square, triangle, and circle, but you can't, like, if you press those, you use the ability. Like, there's no way to see what the ability will do unless you try it, or pause the game and go into the start menu. And if you pause the game, like, no one else gets paused. It's an online game. Like, they'll just keep coming at you. So I feel like that was a poor choice on their part. Like, there has to have been a better way for them to mid-game explain what your character can do. But I guess they're expecting you to, because the game's so old, either already know what you want to do, or I guess maybe they just think that you'll check beforehand. You know what I mean?
Possibly. I guess. I mean, it is one of those things where we're coming into this, me coming into this completely fresh, so completely noobatized, and you haven't played a few things, but you haven't really played SMITE, have you?
No, I had never played SMITE before this, and I only played the few matches that we played just now.
Okay, so this isn't really for us then, because this whole beta, this whole transition into the PS4 is pretty much for SMITE players who've probably played on the PC a lot, and then those, you know, probably have a PS4 and is like, man, I wish I could play it on the console. Which honestly, as I say it, does that make sense? Because
I don't think
on PC, would you feel like transferring to the console? Like you were saying while we're playing it, that it doesn't feel right to have a controller and play this.
Exactly, and that's my thing. I haven't played SMITE, but I've played Dota a lot, like a decent amount. Not as much as our resident MOBA player Ish Walker, but I've played it a decent amount, and I honestly feel like for a MOBA, you kind of need a keyboard and mouse. Like, it just seems like one of those games that fits better. But that is what a lot of people said when shooters were first starting up. Like, they were all PC, there were no console shooters, and they were like, no, you need a keyboard and mouse. Like, how are you going to control this with a controller? Granted, back then, controllers were like the NES controllers, so 6 buttons and maybe a D-pad. But I feel like they're trying to make it happen, and it just, to me, I'm not seeing it. Like, it plays and it's fun, but it's like MOBAs for kids, and I'm behind that. Like, it's a fun game, but I don't know if it's gonna have that like tactical sort of higher level play that you'll see from the PC version.
See, and this is just me coming as a console noob, as a console peasant, you know. I liked it. I like playing with a controller more than I do mouse and keyboard. Like, I haven't played with mouse and keyboard in years, and after just, you know, being acclimated to so many different controllers, it just felt almost a little natural to me, you know. Like, it felt like going home, even though I still messed up a lot because, you know, I'm stupid. But if I weren't as stupid as I was, you know, then it probably felt more comfortable. This is something good to introduce console players into MOBAs, because there aren't any MOBAs at all on consoles that I know of, at least.
None that I can think of, honestly. There's probably one or two, and I'm sure we're going to get some fan mail or something like, hey, you guys forgot about so-and-so, but... Like, well, none
if we have forgot, please do email us at Timewasterz.
Yeah, no, let us know, and we'll check it out. Yeah,
and Timewasterz. We'll like, shut up, that's not a MOBA, that's Diablo, stupid.
Yo, well, if you're wrong, we'll email you back. Like, don't joke.
I ain't got nothing but time.
But no, like I feel like it's gonna be a good introduction, especially for people that don't play PC games. Have heard about MOBAs, have been intrigued, but there aren't any on consoles, and they're like, you know what, I could try this. Because SMITE is free to play, as far as I know. Like, you can buy costumes, you can buy this, but it's a free to play MOBA. So I feel like that's going to be a good intro for them, and then maybe they can move up to other stuff, or maybe they can move up to SMITE on PC. Like, who knows? If they want to put that investment in, that's only going to make more money for SMITE, especially if they really like the game and do want to buy those costumes and whatnot. I feel like the next thing that we would have to talk about are the characters themselves. It's not like it's not an established game with established characters, but I just like, if you are new to Smite, this game is so hilarious with its characters. They are ridiculous. All of the characters are based off of gods of various religions all around the world. So you've got like Ra, the sun god, Amaterasu, also the sun god, I think. You've got Apollo, also the sun god, I think. But you've also got like who was the person that you were playing as in that one match? I played
variously as the voodoo god, so like a voodoo dark priest god, right?
Yeah.
So I don't really think there's actually any like any specific actual any specific one-to-one in like a specific voodoo lore. It's just pretty much a voodoo priest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was pretty much playing as Dr. Facilier from The Princess and the Frog.
Oh yeah, basically. And then I played as Ratatosk, the squirrel messenger god of Norse mythology, I think, and he was ridiculous. At one point I played as Cupid. Like the gods are many and varied. Like it is wild how many characters they have, and they all play differently in the typical MOBA fare. You know, you got your long range people, your healers, your tanks. But it's a fun time. I feel like it went pretty well. I mean, we did terribly, but our team did okay overall.
Well, you know, we'll talk about, I guess we'll talk about this as we transfer next. But it depends on what map you play, because if you play typical MOBA stuff, we got our asses creamed. It's all like what we played. Joust was one lane, so it was like, you know, it was very straightforward. We kept it even until the end, you know what I mean, until we got hella cream.
Yeah, we got destroyed. Oh, man.
Then we played a regular mobile type, which I guess was Conquest, and that was we just got straight blowout. But you had Arena, which was, you know, fairly, you know, just all for one, head down, you know, just fight each other. You know what I mean? It was just drag down, no knuckle bear. Like that was my type of gameplay. But as you played these different type of things, as we got to like how more mobilized it was, mobilized. Anyway, each character that we played against seemed tougher than ours. Like we were playing against Neef in the Joust match, and like you saw, I was using my heavy ability, and she was taking no damage at all.
None. Yeah, it was it's still, and so one of the things that I will say that I like about PC MOBAs rather than console MOBAs is that false. What I'll say that I like about Dota, a top-down MOBA, besides this, which is a third-person MOBA, so it's behind the camera. When you're aiming in this one, you are aiming ahead of you. So if you have a long-range character, they're shooting straight ahead. So whoever's there, that's who you hit. And with Dota, if like let's say there's a wall of people in front of your enemy, you can still click your enemy and just bypass the entire wall of people. And I like that because it makes it really tactical when you, like, I've seen times in Dota where people are like, it's not a good time to attack my enemy. So you've got two enemies just standing next to each other, not fighting, because either of them knows, like, if I start a fight, they'll end it. Like all of their creeps will start attacking me, and then they will finish the job. So let's just raise level and leave that for the end game. This is early game. I just need to level up. And this, I don't think, lets you get that end game. Like it's kind of just like a build up your power until you can mow down troops, and then once you've mowed down their troops, you'll be able to fight them. And if that's the way that Smite wants to go, that's fine. I'm not used to that. So I feel like that's gonna be a bad thing, not a bad thing, but a different thing for people that are coming into this as their first MOBA, because they'll play this and then they'll be like, oh, maybe I should play Dota, and then they'll play Dota and it's a completely different mindset. Like,
why wasn't I told?
Yeah, it's like no one said it. No one said a damn thing. Why did they not tell me that this was the thing? But no, I think that that's definitely a good point. Like it's just sort of I think that's because we were playing computers. I think that's what they know, like, because it's programmed into their, like, how they play, and we're new to this. They know, hey, you don't come after me yet, you go after the creeps, like, because you won't be able to get past my creeps, so don't even try to fight me. And for the first, like, parts of the game, they weren't fighting us really, because you'll notice like in that joust match that we played, we didn't die for a while, and then we died constantly. And I think it's because they were leveling up first rather than focusing on us, and we were just trying to kill them and getting killed by everything else around us.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things, but still fun. And I will say the most fun that I had in this was playing Arena, when it was just like all of us free for all. Well, not free for all, 2 teams, but it was all of us just go at it and kill whoever.
Arena was quite literally that song, Ballroom Blitz. Like it was just like, and then the man in the back said, everyone attacked and it turned into a ballroom blitz. And I was like, woo! And it was something where there was nothing distracting you, so there was no attacking towers.
No.
It was just creeps and players, and you just go at it. And I don't know, maybe that's more my style, because I was getting so many kills in that thing.
Yeah, so it's
amazing.
not even so much that it's more my style. If I play a MOBA, I would prefer to play lanes, 5 to a team. You got to plan it out, strategy. But this being third person didn't feel like a MOBA to me, and so the most fun I had was in Arena, when it felt like go in, kill your enemy, like run around, dodge attacks, as best as you can, but just kill, like just go for it. You don't have to plan anything, you don't have to watch out for towers, just kill. And I liked that. That was actually really fun for me.
Yeah, see, the most difference to me was the fact of how close everybody is together. So you have, when you do the other versions, you have options to take different spots in a strategic manner, but that leaves you either spread thin because you don't know what the other team's doing, so they could all come push down the middle, and you could be like trying to strategize, like, okay, you 2 take right, you 2 take right, and you 2 take mid. The 2 that are taking mid are going to get creamed because your characters aren't fast enough to get to the middle. Here in Arena, since everybody's together, I was getting good support from you. I would like come in at the end, like when somebody's health is like down to 2, and it's like, but your guy's down to 2, so you can just come in and just knock one guy out because you're 2 seconds away from each other. You can instantly change your target and what you can hit. And that's something more to my, I'm more reflexive than I am, strategize and think about, follow a plan. Because I would be like, Trae, you'd be like, Trae, go to the left. I'm stupid enough to go to the right and just be like, everybody's going left though, and I'm just walking. And by the time I realize, I'm all the way down there on right, and 3 people over on right, and I get creamed.
Yeah, and I think that's I like the fact that they have that mode, because I think Dota, it's easily the premier MOBA to play nowadays. I think League of Legends might be neck and neck on that, but
yeah,
they both have like really big tournaments. They're really high, like in the thing. Heroes of the Storm is coming up too. Like there's just a bunch of stuff, but those don't. Well, I don't know anything about League of Legends. I'll say that outright now. So don't yell at me if whatever, or do Timewasterz07@gmail.com. It's they don't have those modes. Like Dota has a few modes that are kind of like, ooh, come play this, it'll be fun, but they kind of all default to 5-on-5 or like do this, and it's just not really. It's all strategic. Where this just had that fun, like it's chaos. Hope you live, like. And I really like that. So I honestly think that I might, once this actually comes out on PS4, I might pick it up and start playing it a bit. It seems pretty fun, and I like all the characters.
I honestly don't think I will, because I'm just not a MOBA guy. Like I'm just not.
Definitely.
Like they only have, for me, Arena's probably the only thing I did have fun with, because as soon as we went back to the other thing, it was like, oh, here we go again. Yep, dead, dying. Gotta play this for 20 years to actually even know that I'm good at playing this game. So it's like, nah, I'm not nowhere near for this, but I wasn't nearly as angry as I was when I played Dota.
Like, yeah, and that's what I will say. It's still a MOBA, but it's fun.
I wanted to rage quit the fuck out of Dota.
I wish everybody at home could have seen how angry he was. I've never seen someone so angry with like I did terribly my first few matches of Dota. I was real pissed. He was on another level.
It's just your teammates, man. It's like, Trae, you gotta go here. Trae, you gotta go here. It's like, yo, guys, this isn't fucking war. We're supposed to be having fun. This isn't fun. I want to have fun.
Oh shit.
It's so wild, but like what we were playing here, it was fun.
It was,
and it was cool. And also, I liked the little touch, just a little side here that it made me laugh. That when we did lose, I couldn't be sad because the little voodoo guy did an animation from Ace Ventura, Ace Goes Wild, or whatever the fuck it's called, Going Wild or whatever, when he gets the arrows into his legs and he starts gesturing to the arrows in his legs like I don't know what I'm gesturing, people can't fucking see me, but still,
they can't.
If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about when he's in the little circle and he gets arrows in both his legs, and it's funny to me. So it made me happy up until
I feel like just the sheer, like, the Easter eggs and the references and the cuteness of this game, like, they've spent a lot of time over the years. I think it's been like this came out on PC in 2014, so it's been like a year and a half, maybe a little more, that they've had this. Yeah, maybe a little more. And I feel like in that time they've done a lot with it. So good on them for making a great game. But I'm not sure. I might play it, but I might get it on PC, honestly, if I play it.
Damn.
I might. Well, it feels weird to me.
No, because you're tied to that PC playing of MOBAs.
Yeah.
So it's a good game that it works, but it just like, it cements your ideas of like, hey, I need a mouse and keyboard. That's what feels right. I feel dirty now.
Yeah, and that's honestly, it's like this. Because I tried to play Dota with a controller. I really did. It does not work, and so this is sort of sacrilege for me, but. But I enjoyed it. Like, I can't say that I didn't enjoy it. Really, all that I'm thinking about it is when Paragon comes out. Paragon is the MOBA being made by Epic, and I'm pretty sure that's also third person. But I don't know if it has controller support. I'd be interested in seeing if they add that in, because of games like SMITE here that are doing controller support for third person.
Well, with the stuff like the Steam controller out, there's probably
something,
ability
right?
to map something to the controllers, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's... I honestly think it'll work. I think that eventually we're going to get to a place that someone's going to find out. The same way that someone realized, like, hey, if you did dual sticks, like one for moving, one for aiming, and then the trigger shot, I feel like people would have more fun with your shooters. And someone was like, you've just blown my mind. That's how this will always be. Like, someone will figure out the perfect setup for it, and it'll be great. But I don't know if Smite's done it.
No, I don't think so yet.
I don't think it's perfect.
Was some awkward things. Like, like you said with aiming, I think it's like what's the shit? I think it's reverted or invert. It's inverted controls. Like inverted controls.
Yeah, you can probably change those.
That was messing me up.
Yeah, you can probably change that, but by default it was inverted. The fact that you can't shoot past creeps, you have to shoot at them to get to someone. But that might just be a strategic thing. Like, maybe that's something that someone brought up a year and a half ago, and they were like, no, that's on purpose. That means that you should stay behind your creeps. It's a war. The leader doesn't run out in front. Like, who knows? Again, this game's been out for a while, so the meta is pretty well set forward. Really, the only difference is now you have a controller rather than a keyboard. And I feel like it's not gonna switch anyone over. Like, no high level Smite player is gonna be like, I would much rather use a PS4 controller than my keyboard and mouse. But people that either already do, like maybe on their Xbox play Smite, and they're like, well, I like the PS4 controller better, or people that haven't ever played Smite might start playing it because it's on PS4. Like, I think that it'll definitely get people in.
Fair enough.
All right. So fine. Any final thoughts, or are you good?
Oh, I mean, I feel like I've already given mine. Like I said, it's good. It was fun. It was a more fun and enjoyable time than any other MOBA that I've played, and I've only ever played one, right? But it's not something that I would actually do because it is coming on console. There's so much other things I can play on console, so I would never feel the need to actually stop and play a MOBA on console. You know, like it's just.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
You know, and there was only just the one thing, like, other than the other things that kind of felt like either dumbed down 5-lane thing as one, you know, a la Joust, and the 5 actual lanes things as a la Conquest. Arena was the only thing that I actually found really enjoyable. Everything else just kind of felt like regular, you know, MOBA stuff that I really didn't like. So yeah, this is good. It plays well. I could see it doing good if it does pick itself up, but like you said, I don't really see the transfer going on, you know, between PC going to console. I don't see that happening, so I don't know how well this is gonna do.
Yeah,
honestly.
And I can definitely agree with that. Like, it's It's a weird transfer, but I think that what it does well, it does really well, but there are just some things that it can't get past. So I think that's where this is gonna end. It's like the arena mode and other things it does really well. Other stuff is right in the middle because it's typical MOBA stuff. But things like using items or checking what your abilities do or this, that, and the other, like there are just some things that I don't think they're gonna be able to get past, and that's fine because some people will stick through it and they'll just keep going until they can figure out the game, and that's exactly what MOBAs need. MOBAs need people like that or they don't thrive.
Yep.
All right. So that is all that we have to say about Smite, but we want to know what you have to say.
One more thing.
How are you going to say stuff after I say that?
Go for it. Because you tricked me.
Go for it. I did.
Because I thought when you told me to play this, I got this confused with a different game, and I said yes. I got this confused with Sacred. For whatever reason, I got this confused with Sacred.
What is Sacred?
Or like you probably know it better as the most recent title, Sacred 3.
No, why would I know? Why would I not know Sacred, but I would easily recognize Sacred 3? Why did you think that?
Because people played the latest one more than they played the first one.
They're named the same thing.
Yeah, but I mean, some people don't go just say, "Oh, Sacred 3 is out. Let me go play Sacred 1 and 2." I don't know. People like Sacred 3. I don't fucking know.
All right, what is Sacred? Yeah, what is Sacred? What the fuck is Sacred?
It's kind of like Diablo. It's like a Diablo clone, really.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. I'd play the shit out of that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, with multiplayer, and instead of like the seriousness of Diablo, it's like more tongue-in-cheek characters and whatnot. At least I think I might be getting that confused with another thing. So, you know, I thought it was that, and I was like, yeah, let me go play it. And I picked up the controller, started doing it too. I was like, oh fuck, it's a MOBA.
I'm mad that you really didn't know. I'm mad that you really didn't know, but that's funny. That is definitely a good way to end it, because that's exactly you've heard what I think about Smite, and you've heard what Trae thought about Sacred, but we want to know what you think. So be sure to let us know by emailing us at timewasterz07@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought about the game. Maybe you were in the beta. Let us know what you thought about that. If not, just tell us how your day was. Really, just email us anything. We'll talk about it on the air if you want us to. If not, we'll reply. I don't know. That's how email works, I feel. If you don't want to send us an email, you can always comment over on our Facebook page. You can talk to us in our comments on SoundCloud. You can hit us up on Twitter. You can talk to us on Tumblr, or you can just combine all of them and go to our website, Timewasterz.net, where you'll find all of our reviews, all of our news articles, anything that you think that we're even remotely into. And if you can't find us on some social media, be sure to let us know, and we will get there. That's basically it for me. I am Chris Champagne, aka InfernoOwl. Bye, everybody. Trae, say bye to the people.
Goodbye.
That's real weird, man. You can't. That's like a real stalkery sort of.
Literally, sex in the bottle. That's what. That's what I call that.
So, sex in a bottle is an unsold drink. You can't. Like, you can't just force that on people. Okay, we're gonna leave.
That's the new outro. That's the outro. Just fade out on that. Dick in a box.
I'm mad. I'm probably gonna fade out on Dick in a Box.
You done?
Yeah. No, we're out. All right.